Hi, welcome to my Capstone project proposal, Becoming Your Child's Healthcare Advocate, the what's, the whys, and the hows. I've created this learning module to help parents understand how to be the advocate for their child. In this module, we'll be teaching parents what patient advocacy is, why it's important, and how to be an advocate for their child. This learning module will address the real need of navigating the medical field. The medical field can be quite intimidating, even for the well-educated and the prepared. In May 2016, a research study showed that medical error is the third leading cause of death. Many of those errors that led to death were either misdiagnosis, given the wrong medication, or even having complications after surgery that never went detected because the patients were not able to communicate with the doctors properly to let them know that something was wrong. So what is the solution to this? The solution is what's called patient activation. Basically, patient activation is helping the patient get involved in their medical care. Active patients have been shown to have better outcomes, they perceive their medical experience is better, and they have fewer return visits to the hospital. So why is this advocacy training needed? Well, basically, children aren't able to be their own advocate, and parents and guardians are the best candidates to do this for their children, but many people are not prepared to do this. So this learning module prepares parents and guardians to be their child's advocate. This course is being prepared for Children's of Alabama, located in Birmingham, Alabama, for parents or guardians of children with a prolonged illness. I expect the age of the learner to be in the mid-30s, but it could range from the 20s all the way up into the 60s, especially if you have grandparents involved. I would expect the learners to be male and female. The course is being done for English speakers, but affordance for other languages is necessary because Birmingham is a multicultural metropolitan area. I expect the learners to have high motivation because they want to help their child get well. And to be able to do that, they need to learn how to be a good advocate for their child. This course is being developed as a 5-unit asynchronous online course that will last approximately 80 minutes. I'd like to narrow it down to 60 minutes as a learner affordance because these are going to be parents of sick children who don't have a lot of extra time. The first 3 units will use a behavioristic model and we'll be covering the basics of what is patient advocacy, why is it important, and the hows, 4 basic strategies of patient advocacies. Unit 4 and 5 will be very constructivistic. The learners will have the opportunity to put into practice the things that they learned in the first 3 units. And so unit 4, they will be in scenarios and have to choose the right scenario, how to handle an advocacy situation. Unit 5, they'll be constructing an advocacy strategy. I'll also be designing a website and an infographic instructional aid. The website will provide further resources. It will also have a discussion board where learners can interact and create a community of learning about patient advocacy. I've created 8 learning objectives for this course. Upon completion of this course, the learner will be able to define patient advocacy. They'll know what a patient advocate does. They'll understand the key skills needed to be a patient advocate. They'll understand the benefits of having a patient advocate. And the heart of this course is understanding the 4 essential patient advocacy strategies. The learner will be able to demonstrate their patient advocacy knowledge by correctly answering scenario-based advocacy situation questions. They will also be creating a resource notebook that will contain their patient's medical history, medications, list of providers, and also a list of family and friends and other resources the patient advocate can access for assistance. Finally, the learner will be creating an online patient advocacy blog. The blog can be used as a journal and as a means of communicating with others what's going on with their patient. I'll be evaluating this course using a level 1 and level 2 evaluation strategy. For the first several units, units 1, 2, and 3, we're going to be using multiple choice and true false matching short answer. We're really just looking at trying to make sure they've acquired some basic knowledge. Unit 4 and 5 again are going to be much more learner centered, where the learner is going to have to construct their knowledge and apply their knowledge in those situations. After completing the course, I will ask the learners to complete a level 1 evaluation that will allow them to evaluate the course and give me good feedback on things that might need to be changed or things that could be made better. There will be a 5-point Likert scale questionnaire and also some short answer questions for the learners. The participant prerequisites for this course are minimum. The course will be delivered in English and online. So the learners need to be able to read and write at a high school level, operate a computer, navigate the internet, have access to the internet through an internet-ready device, but most important, they need to have access to their patient's medical information so they can create their advocacy strategy at the conclusion of the course. The facilitator for this course needs to meet the following standards. They need to have a background in counseling or medical training. They need to complete this course or the 1-hour Train the Trainer course. They need to be able to read and write in English at a high school level. They need to be able to have computer skills to navigate the internet. And they need to be a certified volunteer of Children's of Alabama or be a full-time or part-time employee of Children's of Alabama. Thank you for taking the time to watch my proposal for becoming your child's healthcare advocate. I look forward to seeing everyone else's proposals, and I know that you're all going to do a great job.